How was your day? He asked Tae, who seated in front of him, with his plate of meal in front of him. It was okay, Tae replied. Good, he answered while rubbing his hand, as it was a little cold tonight, the beginning of the weather. Both the chills of cold. The sky remains filled with a cloud, and the cold breeze could be felt in that atmosphere. He looked at Tae, who was trying to say something. Can I do a job? They asked him. Why? Don't you want to study? He asked Tae instantly, of answering him. I have no interest left in studies now. Can I do a job to keep myself busy? They asked once, and gave him a note. My friend is coming in just 2 days. He had a plan to open up a company. You can join there with me. It's good that you have thought to come back to your life, he said while getting up from the chair and walked to the little hall. He turned to the TV while sending some messages to his friend. When he got started, as a hand came forward with a cup of tea, looking at Tae with a smile, he took the cup and moved ahead to give him the place to sit. Hesitate, he took the seat next to him and looked at the TV screen. Bo didn't say anything but kept looking at the silence between them and thinking about their coming life, a life where they were going to live as a friend, companion, or more than. They didn't know for what being with each other enough for them. They were not alone. They thought was something giving some peace to their restless soul. Jungle, I'll take off today. While eating breakfast, he said hurriedly. Why? He asked, taking tea out of the cup. Me and Nino's going some shopping. It's her wedding in 2 weeks, So we are thinking to start shopping, said Theo while looking down at the bed, checking something. It had been 2 years of that incident which had changed their life. But they learned to move on, to smile and live. They had chosen a life for them, and now they were satisfied with it. They had joined Jungle Company. It was good opportunity for Jungle to stand up on his own feet. So he took all the responsibilities of the company. And also, Theung joined it too. Both were here maybe forget their past and trying to bird. Now, were much better than before. Living in the same house as a friend, they were satisfied with each other and with their life. Lynn had been working there, and they was actually fiancé with them and then getting married. Who will handle your work then? As Jungkook asked, looking at him who was looking beautiful in yellow dress and black jacket on it. They looked at him. Please manage. I'll come tomorrow. Forming a beautiful smile on his lip, he said while he smiled, looking at Tae. Okay, but only for today, he said while getting up. Wait, running after him, they said, holding his shoulder and back. Drop me too at Lynn, please, they said, holding him. Come. Shaking his head with a smile, he said, and both walked out of there, locking the door. Both were smiling, looking at each other. His eyes roamed on, who was tucking his hair stands behind his ear while typing something on the mobile. He was happy to see Tae in his back life, the way he wanted to see Tae. Finally, he was back to his life. Forgetting everything else, even hurting, every blame, every relation, they were just with each other and happy, but still, there was something their heart had to feel. That angle of love still had the knock to their heart, or maybe it knocked, but both were unaware of it. The day passed with Jungkook and Taehyung in shopping. Jungkook in company. It was 8 of the night when he entered the home, but still found Tae was not there. Signing, he changed and freshened up. As he came out of the room, he saw Tae, and he came out of the room. Passing a smile to him, they landed on the sofa with some shopping bags. So, how was your shopping? Asking Tay. He took a seat next to him while turning on the TV. It was so fun, but next time you come with me, they said, packing the bags aside and taking a bag of food out. Spare me for all these shopping things, he said, laughing. No, you can't get yourself free from this. It's my husband's duty after all, he said, and all of a sudden, all that words were spilled from his mouth, and both of their heart was breathed and stopped for a second. That created an awkward silence between them. The relation they had between them, they actually never talk about it. Neither tried to force that each other. Maybe they'd start thinking about it. His word husband brought a side's happiness to his heart. I served the food. He came. Avoiding to look at him, they sat and stood up. The food packet they bought from the market. Both were not looking at each other and were busy in their having their meal. But their heart was tingled thinking about the relationship they had. First time it happened, and they were thinking about each other, looking at each other once. Both were in their room with their beating hearts. How stupid I am! Slapping on his head, he said to himself, and went to the bed to sleep. With a smile, the next week was the busy for them. It was a fine morning and Tim was having his breakfast. Spilling the tea, they looked at him who was coming from out of the room. Still in his sleeping suit, hair spread on his hem. As he got up from the bed, his eyes still had the color of sleep in them. You okay? They asked while passing a cup of tea, which he had, and sat on the chair. I'm not. I think I'm having a fever. My head is hurting a lot, he said, holding his head in his hands. Oh, then you take rest. There is no need to come today. I'll manage, and Jiho Hyung will be there too. You just take rest, they said and went to his side. Stand up. Holding his arm, he made him stand up. But he tried to stay. No, Bart, get up and take rest, they said, and walking with him toward his room. Making him lay again, they went back to the kitchen and put some fruits and glass of milk in a tray with medicine. Going to the room again, they made him drink some milk, and then he gave him medicine. Touching his forehead, he felt the fever is burning his head. Jungkook, don't try to come out of the bed until I came back. You just take rest. I'll be back soon, they said, placing the blanket on him, which gave a nod and closing his eyes, looking at once, and then left from there. His thoughts were only there on his mind all day. They could not come soon, but his mind was going again and again that who was not well, as the clock was far, and his heart running fast. Now he could not stay there any longer. Lin, please look at these few things. I have to go home. Jungkook is not feeling well, they said, holding his pen. Okay, you go and manage. Said Lin, and Theon left from there in hurry. His heart was beating hell. They could not take or either since morning, and now hoping that he was fine, and that he entered the home, he heard his voices, that they ran hurriedly toward their room,